Hello and welcome. My name is Eric Planches, and today we're talking backlinks, specifically powerful white hat backlinks that you could get with very little effort, super easy. Pretty much anyone could do it, and you could get as many as you want in every single niche. Sound too good to be true? Well, it's not. We're going to be covering my sidekick technique. I'm going to show you everything that you need to know about it. We're going to be talking about finding our hero sites. That's where we're going to be getting our links from. And I'm going to give you a few extra tips and tricks on how to do it. So we're going to be getting white hat links by helping people, which is my favorite way of getting links. And you're going to see it doesn't require much effort. It's really quick to do. We're not going to be, struggling for days and days and days to get these links. It's just so easy. All right. So first, let's talk about the sidekick technique, adding value. The major concept, kind of like the overarching scheme, is you could get pretty much links from any website as long as you provide value to that website. If you're giving someone a gift, they're usually looking to give you something back. So if you could find what they need, then they're very inclined to giving you back a link. So for instance, let's say you have a bland page on a guide, and then you create a specific video guide for someone that shows that basically adds value and shows what they couldn't show, and you just give it to them. They're gonna be like, wow, that's amazing. Let me give you something back for all this hard work you've done for me. Okay, so that's the concept, but we're gonna be doing it much easier and in a much quicker way, where you don't have to spend time creating a video. You don't have to give someone. Anyways, it'll be a lot easier. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be finding a site with fresh content. So that's key number one. You don't want to add value to a page or to a site that hasn't been updated in 2-3 years. The person has long forgotten about it. One of the articles I made, was it like 2 years ago, was on virtual reality. It was for Samsung Gear VR. Now, that page was great, and at the time I was really pumped. I was really excited about it. But time has passed. So if you come up and you shoot me an email saying, hey, I could add value to that page, I just don't care anymore. So even though I did at the time, I don't care about it anymore. Therefore, timing is critical. You got to find fresh content. Next, we email the owner offering value, whatever that is. And I'm going to show you my favorite way of doing that. Hence, what's this called the sidekick technique. So we provide massive value to the site, and we get credit. The credit is linked back to your site. So my favorite way of doing this, and this is kind of like the drum roll of this entire video, is doing it on podcast sites. Podcast sites there's podcasts on nearly every single industry. Nearly every single podcast has a website, and usually they have good authority sites as well, because as a podcast grows, they get links and natural links from brands and all that type of stuff pointing to the podcast. And best of all, most of them don't have any transcription. Now, I understand they have transcription on YouTube if YouTube is automatically transcribing it, but on their own website, you'd be surprised how many podcast websites just don't have any, which means that we could add value really quickly and for only a few dollars. So let me explain and show you how I do it. Number one, I go to Google, I find podcasts in my niche. So what you could type is you type in whatever niche you are, you type podcast, play in a new window, and download. These terms, if you add these terms and you add whatever niche you want, you're going to find a whole bunch of websites that have podcasts available for download or for play. It's going to be amazing. So you can do real estate, fishing, fashion, whatever you want. You're going to get a whole huge list. Then what I do is I set the month to the date to past month. So in Google search, it's going to give me a whole bunch of things, but I want to see the recent podcast. I don't want to see podcasts from 2 years ago. So I click here, past month, this tools, past month, click here. It's going to give me the absolute freshest podcast, the ones that have just been posted, the ones that people still care about. And then what I do is I just go to that podcast, I click on download, and I now have that podcast. Now, the cool part comes the next thing. This is the added value place, where I will just go to rev.com. Rev is one of the biggest transcription websites on the internet, and I'm just going to essentially paste the URL or just upload the MP3 to rev.com. I'll pay a few dollars to essentially get this transcribed, and now I have a full transcription of their podcast, and I actually wrote 0 words so far. So all I did was take their podcast, send it to Rev, and now I have a full transcription. Now what I could do is I could do outreach and email the owner. I could say, hey, how's it going? I'm a huge fan of the podcast, love it, listen to it every single time. The last one was really cool, and I thought I would transcribe it for you, and it would be useful to have it on your site. I could send it right over. And what I prefer is I prefer to ask them, I prefer to not send it right away. I just say, hey, I could send it right over. Let me know. I like to get a first response. I call this a two-step process when I'm doing outreach. I like to get a ping back before I send value or before I do the next step. So assuming they say yes, cool, I could send your transcription right over. You could put it below the podcast. It'll be good value. It'll help your page rank better. All those good things. Then once they do, all I do, I just say, here's the transcription. I send them a transcription. Would it be possible to credit me back at my website? So assuming you're sending him value, you're sending him a full transcription, I just say, hey, as credit, here's my site. And I expect them to put the site at the bottom of the transcription. And now I have a white hat backlink back to my website from a relevant podcast in my industry. How cool is that? And it's on an authority site. It only took a few minutes to do. And it only costs a few dollars if you get a transcription from Rev. You might even be able to get a transcription from YouTube, but I would recommend getting an original transcription from Rev. That's really going to be the easiest way to add value to a page and get white hat backlinks back to pretty much any site. So it takes about 5 minutes for searching for listing, 5 minutes for getting the transcriptions, and 5 minutes of emailing. You're talking about 15 minutes of work for awesome white hat backlinks. So I hope you guys are excited about this. Now I'm going to jump into a quick example, show you how I do it. All right, so we're on my desktop now. I'm going to show you a quick live example of how easy it is. So you essentially type in any niche, and then you type in the string, the marketing, and play in a new window and download. So let me type in, let's say marketing, and I'm going to add podcast, play in a new window, download. This is the string we want to add, and my niche right now is going to be marketing. So I click on this, and we're going to find a whole bunch of websites. Then what I'll do is I'll do tools, and I'll go anytime, and I'll do past month. And I'm going to find a bunch of really recent podcasts that have been live. So 4 days ago, 3 days ago, May 24th, 9 hours ago, and so forth. So then what I do, just open these up. Let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. Let's open a few up, 7 days ago. And then you could just go, and what you're looking for is podcasts that are recent, that are related to your niche. Whoa, someone just popped. And here's one. Look, how to make fake news for how do you make fake news for links over interview here. I look at this podcast and I want to see if they have a transcription or not. So this is on if I'm in a marketing niche, we go take a look, and here I could see they have a little bullet line. That's great, but they don't have a full transcription. This would be a perfect thing. This would literally be a perfect scenario where I could just go in and they have the podcast, but they don't have a full transcription. That could add value. It could actually help them rank. So that's one example. Let's go see if we have any other examples. And not only they have one here, but they have another one here. And probably they have a whole bunch of pages that are valuable contenders. Let's go see the beauty podcast. Sure, why not? Let's go take a look at this one. Do they have a full transcription? All right. They have a table of content. They have a lot of text. Sometimes whenever they have a lot of text, maybe they won't be looking to add more. Maybe they will, but they would be half and half a good contender. They already have a full page. I wouldn't really go for them. Instead, let's go take a look at novel marketing. This is perfect. It's as easy as that. Once you get the podcast, you could download it, or you go to essentially you go to rev.com. And I'm already logged in. Let me show you what it looks like when you are not logged in. So rev.com, and I'm not associated with Rev. You go to rev.com. I've been using them for a while. They've been pretty good to me. So this is what it looks like when you kind of land on a homepage. I like transcriptions, and you get automated transcriptions, which is new as well. If you want to get something really cheap, automated transcriptions works. Otherwise, this is a manual, like a human is doing a transcription. You click on place a new order, and let's go automated transcription. It's gonna take a little while to load. You can upload the files or just paste the direct URL to the podcast that you want. So let's go here. Let's go here. Oh, no. Okay. Let's go take a podcast. Click the, I could copy the download link right here. I could literally just go paste. And there we go. It's that easy, guys. It doesn't get easier than that. Essentially, it's like saying that 6 minutes, it'll cost me $2.50. Check out if I want. It doesn't get easier than that. Then I have a full transcription. I could send them, add value, and hopefully get a link back from it. So this is my easiest way to get white hat backlinks, by adding value, making the web a better place, and getting something in return. So if you have any more questions, ask them in the comments below. I'll take a look at the comments. I try to answer the comments. You guys, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit subscribe. And also consider checking out traffic research. All my best techniques are inside traffic research. That's where I help people just like you rank better on Google, recover from Google drops, and just improve a website's rankings overall. There are 0-day tactics, things that you won't find anywhere else on my traffic research. And then we have a full community, including the forums, the link vault, a whole bunch of programs and courses and all that good stuff inside mytrafficresearch.com. So thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit that bell button if you want to be notified for videos. If you want to watch any other recommendations, hit the right or left box. And as always, my name is Eric Lanchers, and I'll talk to you soon.